They not just analyze the words that you have in your ads to create a match, but they're also analyzing the words that you use. So here's a little exercise for you to do. Write down on a sheet of paper, what are the words, what are the sentences that people are typing when they're looking for my type of product or service. And a good way to think about this is to think about what is the problem that your product or service solves, that the perfect profile client they're having. Because if they're having a problem, they're searching for a solution. So what are they typing into the search engines? And so the thing that you want to do, right, and that is search engine optimization. And when you combine that with search engine marketing tyrone, now you're creating a match for the search engines. So paid advertising done sporadically is silly, but done methodically and organized can really give you an amazing lift, not only in your organic search connections through SEO, which takes a little bit of time, but if you're going to be paying for advertising, use the words in your videos, use the words in your ads, use the sentences that relate to people's, and write this down. Somebody type this in on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, wherever. I want you to write down a little sheet of what are the pains, the fears, the frustrations, the irritations, the wants, needs, and aspirations of the people who need your type of product or service. Let me repeat. What are the pains, fears, frustrations, irritations, wants, needs, and aspirations of the people who are searching for what you have? Because when you match what they're searching for with your ads, written and video, then the search engines see that there's a match. And if you're paying for advertising and you know what they're searching for, you can put them into what we call as a sales process. So here's the information you're looking for. Let me tell you about some other things that I have. Or you create what we call as a nurturing campaign, where you're giving them information that they want, and then you develop a relationship with them by giving them more information. So think about this. What am I doing right now? Right? I'm giving you information for free on what you need to do. If sometime in the future you want to be part of our Exceptional Life Coaching Program, or you want to buy one of our programs, you'll already know how I teach, what I know, what my company has, and we've also already developed trust and rapport, right? So when you are advertising, learn to also educate people. Now, I want to just share a distinction for you that's really, really critical. One of the distinctions, hey there, Dave, one of the key distinctions that you want to be looking at is when people are searching, okay, for what you are offering, the sales cycle usually is much shorter. Why? Because they've already raised their hand up, says, I want this, I need this, I'm looking for this. And so when you are there to answer their questions, to build trust, to build rapport, to show them your expertise and how good your product or service knowledge or skills are, then you can move to the next step, which is to help them solve the pain, the fear, the frustration, the irritation, the want, need, or aspiration they have. If you do that too early, you're going to lose them. So you have to build the trust and rapport. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, give me some likes or some loves and give me a couple of comments in the chat. All right. And so that is what we call is search engine marketing. And it is very, very, very different than interruptive marketing. It's very, very different than interruptive marketing. So let me give you an example. On Instagram, on Facebook, on Pinterest, on any of the other social media channels, okay, other than YouTube, I'll come to YouTube in a minute, you are looking to create content that interrupts what people are normally doing, reading through the stories, reading through all the stuff. So when you have ads that interrupt what they're doing, then you are capturing their attention. I want you to remember something in 2021. Never in the history of our people has there been more information available to us? Text, email, video, audio, radio, television, billboards, social media channels, out of the yin-yang, right? And so you have to learn how to interrupt what people are doing when they're online. And that's going to lead me to the second point, right? So we have paid media advertising as one of the best ways to grow your business, because you can actually get people who are already looking for what you want, and you can spend, $5 a day, $10 a day. And somebody write this formula out, okay? Somebody write this formula out. Traffic times conversion equals revenue. Traffic times conversion equals revenue. What does that mean? Well, it means that the person who could generate the most amount of traffic or prospects or leads and can convert them, whether it's online or offline, into paying customers is going to make the most amount of money. So you have to be thinking in 2021, how do I generate more traffic, prospects to see my product or service, right? And so one methodology is paid advertising. And there are courses you can take for free on YouTube advertising, Facebook advertising, how to use Instagram best. A lot of free stuff is available. And where do you get the free stuff? Facebook has some great free advertising or free training, in their portals. YouTube has some training as well. If you just type in, how do I advertise on Facebook? How do I advertise on YouTube? So what you want to do is you want to get really good at generating traffic, paid, or the second method. All right, thank you, Tyrone. Traffic times conversion equals revenue, right? And revenue plus upsells, downsells, cross-sells, and repeat business equals exponential revenue. So that's an advanced strategy. We won't get into that. Does this make any sense so far? Give me a little like or a love over here on Instagram and on LinkedIn and on YouTube and on Facebook. I'm doing a multi-stream training today, all right? So if you're liking this, let me know. And give me like a high five, give me a little comment in the chat. I'm looking at your chats right now. So then that is the number one way to generate leads, is you pay for the people who are already looking for what you have. Part one. Part two is social media. Now, how many of you are actually using social media to generate number one, the purpose of social media initially, right? Is to generate trust and rapport, right? Is to build friendships. All of the social media channels, when they were created, let's say Facebook, it was to be social. It was a place initially for college people to be able to find each other, to share what they were doing, what restaurants they were going to, what they were eating, what they liked or didn't like about a certain restaurant or a sporting event. And it became a lot more than that, because when Facebook was created, Instagram was created, yes, it was a social platform, okay? But for Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, it was built to create an advertising platform. They're an advertising platform as much as they are a social media platform. What that means is that you use the social network to create friends, to create followers, to create a tribe, and to build trust and rapport with your content, with your information, with some free things that you do. Every Tuesday I do a session live right here. I don't charge for it. I give killer content away, whether it's on mindset or skill set or managing your emotions or setting goals and achieving goals. And I put a lot of free content out to educate people, to build trust and rapport with people, to build friendships with people who follow my work. And then if they want to pick up my books, my programs, my products, then they go further because they have trust and rapport. So here's what I want you to think about for social media. It's okay to offer your programs, products, or services on social media, but not on every single post. Think about the 90-10 rule. So 90% of the time, you're just going to connect, you are going to share, you are going to give, and then you're going to allow people to step a little bit further into your work, into your programs, into your products, into your services, into the charities that you want them to support, right? Thank you, Susan, right? So the first thing is this: be a go-giver on social media. Give, 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 as well as be a go-getter. But the whole idea with social media is to build a tribe, to build a following, to build a team of people that like your work, that appreciate your expertise, your angles, your point of view, your way of explaining stuff. So we are using social media. So let me give you an example. Right now, okay, I'm using social media. So right over here, I'm on Instagram, and on my computer, I'm using a technology called StreamYard, and I am streaming the same content, okay, on LinkedIn, on several of my Facebook channels, on YouTube, all simultaneously. So I am taking one piece of content and now I'm distributing that content along 6 different channels. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, number one, obviously, I'm using social media to connect with people, of course. Number two, like, why would I want to repeat or cut and paste the same content over and over and over again? Every channel is being used a little bit differently. YouTube is an educational channel, right? YouTube's an educational channel, so putting up YouTube videos that are 10 or 15 minutes long of content builds the tribe and you're giving, and if people like what you have, then guess what they do? They keep watching what you have. And then if you offer them something, they're more likely to look at it. Instagram, all right, operates a little bit differently. You don't do, 10, 15-minute posts on Instagram all the time. They're short little bursts of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Facebook is a little bit different also. You need to understand how to use each platform well. And social media can be really complex. You got Pinterest. You've got Instagram, you've got Instagram stories, you've got Instagram IGTV, you've got Facebook stories, you've got fan pages, private pages, you've got Twitter, you've got now Clubhouse. How many of you are on Clubhouse right now, this new app that has exploded? I've been researching it right now to understand how do I use it best, and is it worth my energy, time, and attention? And there's a big rave around it right now. So are any of you on Clubhouse right now? Because a lot of people are getting addicted on Clubhouse right now. They're spending 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day listening to these non-stop podcasts, right? So the reason I share this with you is this, okay? Pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Being on every social media and doing it half-assed is a waste of your time. You're better off doing 1 or 2, hi there Sue, 1 or 2 or 3 social media channels really, really, really well than doing 5 or 6 half-assed. So based on your skills, your knowledge, and your abilities, okay, you should choose the social media channel or channels that best replicate what you do naturally. I love video. I love to write, but I love video. So getting on camera is easy for me. For me, listening to a podcast without seeing people, I'm very visual, so I like to see people. By the way, one of my good friends, Paul Mahoney, is going to be doing a training this Thursday for my audience on how to either use social media to explode your business or how to use social media to make money if you want to use social media to help other people make money. And my team is going to put up a link for you to sign up for Paul Mahoney's free training. It'll be about a 2-hour training that's phenomenal on how to use the different channels. And so my team, if you could put up a link for anybody who wants to join this free training on social media. It'll be in my bio on Instagram and in a link in all the other channels. And TikTok is another one that people are doing. I've looked at TikTok. I just don't want to do these 3 or 4, or 1-minute videos. It's just another channel. I just don't have the time to do one more thing even though I have a pretty good sized team. So if you want to learn more about social media, sign up for my good buddy Paul Mahoney's free training called Rethink Social Media. It's a webinar, and he's brilliant. He's helped us a ton with our social media. So with social media, okay, I just want you to remember, it's a place to connect, and then from the connection, then you can invite, okay? Then you can invite people to go further, to go deeper with you. And I like to think about every business is in the business of transportation. What do I mean by that? Well, if somebody has a pain, fear, frustration, irritation, want, need, or aspiration, how are you going to transport them there faster, easier than ever before, right? So I'm in the transportation business. I help people overcome their obstacles. I help people achieve goals that maybe were very, very difficult by helping them win the inner game. And so a lot of my content's about the inner game, but it's also around the knowledge and the skills required, because we do need to do the right things in the right order. So social media is a very, very, very efficient way, if you have a limited budget, to be able to gather a group of people who want to connect around your product or services that can help them. Does that make sense? So be in the helping business, all right? And then the third way, and again, this is a no-cost way to grow your business, and we're doing a ton of this. Are you ready? Joint ventures and affiliates. Joint ventures and affiliates. So let's say I have a program, okay? Winning the game of procrastination, winning of fear, winning of money. Let's say I have a program that I'm selling every single day. And let's say you have an audience that can benefit from my program, and I want to do a joint venture or affiliate partnership with you. Well, what if I called you and said, hey, I have a program that can benefit your clients, and it looks like you have, okay, programs that could benefit my clients. I've already spent the money to acquire my tribe. You've already spent money to acquire your tribe, your followers. Why don't you promote me and I promote you for no money exchange, except I'll give you a percentage of the revenue that I generate from the people who follow you, that you like, or that like you and trust you. So think about this. Is it smart to come up with no-cost ways to get leads? No-cost ways to get leads, joint venture. So imagine somebody has a Facebook following, and that specific audience, okay, can benefit from your product because it solves one of the pains, fears, frustrations, irritations, wants, needs, or aspirations that they have. And so if the person who owns that list, that following, really cares about their audience, and you have a product or service that really works, chances are they're going to want to promote you, and hopefully, if you like and trust what they do, you can promote them as well. That is a joint venture. That is an affiliate partnership. And we have hundreds of people who promote our programs and products as they like me and our company and our programs and products. And then we have partners that we love their programs or products because they're great, they deliver, they take care of clients, and they help our followers and clients achieve their goals. So you can go to paid media to buy the prospects who are most likely to come into your orbit because they already are raising their hands. That's search marketing. They're searching for your product service. You can use social media, okay, to develop a tribe on the various social media channels, and you develop your own following, all right? And then you can do joint venture partnerships. And Sylvie, what if you don't have a product of your own? You can actually sell somebody else's programs, products, or services because you have the relationship with the people. And let me prove a point. How many of you when a friend of yours recommends a book, when a friend of yours recommends a product or a service, you are more likely to look at it than you would if it was, cold advertising or cold traffic, right? Right? So how many of you follow that process? When my friends say, hey, John, check this out, it's a really good blank. I tend to check it out because they've done the thinking, right? They've done the thinking. They've done all of the research in many cases to vet it out. So when we are looking to grow our business in 2021, we are looking, I'm going to give you a recap. One, of how can I spend $1 to get $2 or $3 back in the form of advertising. Now, how many of you would spend $1 to get $2 or $3 back? Well, you can spend money when you are smart. Don't just do this haphazardly. You need to learn how to do it properly. So you can use paid advertising to get 1 extra lead a day, or 5 or 10 or 500. So paid advertising should be part of your plan for 2021. Number 2 is really start to learn how to use social media, okay, in order to build your tribe, and then in order to show people how you can help them with whatever it is that your product or service does. Remember, you're in the transportation business, and you're going to help them solve their pains, fears, frustrations, irritations, wants, needs, and aspirations. Why do we do that? Because the pains, fears, frustrations, irritations are part of the instinctual and emotional side of their brain, and we do more to avoid pain than we do to gain pleasure. That's why we focus on what are their biggest pains, fears, frustrations, irritations first, and then what are their wants, needs, and aspirations second, because we're going to impact different parts of their brain. So all of your advertising, all of your social media content should be around solving those 7 things for them. And then joint ventures. Where are your clients right now? Where are your prospects right now looking to solve the challenges they have or the aspirations that they want? Who is already talking with them? Right? Who is already talking with them? Hey, Mr. Carl Harvey. Everybody follow Carl Harvey. He's on Instagram right now. Boss rock star, right? Sue Zimmerman as well. Great to have you on. Follow her. She's a rock star too, right? So where are your, what we call are your perfect client profile clients congregating? And so when you can do joint ventures with people who already have the people that you want, like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go look for them because they've already found them. Does that make sense? All right. So if that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. I do a show every Tuesday morning on a topic that many of you are telling us you want to learn about. What is one thing you want to learn about in the next 30 days that I could teach you, either on the mindset or the skill set of success? And you're welcome, Sue. And then if you want to learn about, how to use social media to get free leads, to make money using social media, sign up for my friend Paul Mahoney's event. He's just brilliant, and he's been helping us a ton as well with social media. And there's a free event this Thursday. You want to join? Great. You don't, that's okay too. What topics would you like me to be talking about? Right? So what topic would you like me to think about? And Alan, on my social media team, can you take a look at what Vinu has to say? All right, so there's your show for the day. Topic of interest for future is session guilt. Guilt? What do you mean guilt? How to have more guilt? How to reduce guilt? Listen, here's one of my goals for myself. I'm going to share that goal with you. My goal for myself is 2021 is going to be my best year ever in health, wealth, relationship, career, business, charity, fun, and experiences. I'm going to make this year my best year ever. I invite you to join me. Are you up for the best year ever, focus and challenge? All right. So somebody said, time management is a skill. There's no such thing as time management. All you can do is manage what you do in time. So mindset, what else? The skill sets of success. right? Skill sets, how to start from scratch as an online personal trainer. All right, so it's the same way you start from scratch any online business. All right, so Christine, reaching out to future clients, a benefit for your product or service. All right, how to close deals efficiently, so sales. All right, so best year ever. Are you ready for your best year ever? Keep following my stuff over here. I'm on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Lots of training on YouTube. All right, so how to make taking risks your habit. Great. So Aruf, I appreciate that. Consistency. I'm going to leave you with one final thought for the day, okay? It's around self-discipline. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Almost everybody that I ask, do you wish you had more self-discipline? Do you know what their answer is? Yeah, I wish I had more self-discipline. And here is my response. Pay close attention. You are already 100% self-disciplined to your current habits. You are already 100% disciplined to your current habits. The key is to ask yourself, are my current habits positive, constructive, and empowering me? Or do I have some habits that are destructive, disempowering, and negative that are moving me away from my goals and dreams? If you want to succeed beyond where you are right now, you have to master change, or you're going to master disappointing yourself over and over and over again. I'll keep that for another topic, but think about it. You are 100% disciplined to your current habits. If you want to achieve greater success, then the goal is to be really aware of how to master change. Changing your thoughts, changing your emotions, and changing your behaviors so that you create new, empowering, constructive habits. Have a great day. High five to you. Share this if you like, and I appreciate you. Thanks for following my work. Arrivederci. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you back here next Tuesday. And leave me a comment, in the chat, because I read all of this afterwards, all right? And I respond to as many as I can. So thank you. Bye. Bye there on my Instagram. Now, if I can only turn off my Instagram, it's not letting me turn off my Instagram. So that's interesting. So I'm going to stay on here for a minute until I can turn it off. All right. All righty. So it's not letting me turn on my Instagram, so I'm going to have to say goodbye this